Yeah, I know where we come from. Where we come from. One thing about we, where we come from. For make it go school, I feel live wrong. Yeah. Where we come from, you spend time out the road, might not live long, but they won't stop my drive. Put it in a gear for shift them mind. Every ghetto youth want live prime time. So you know me now, make a boy try stop my shine. But yeah, where we come from, for make it go school, I feel live wrong. So we said, where we come from, you spend time out the road, might not live long. They won't stop my drive. Gear for shift them mind. Every ghetto youth want live prime time. So you know me now, make a boy try stop my shine. Yeah. Try make a money go work, still that won't do. Like shame on you. Try scheme, end up in a jail. Who's calling you? Close friends done flew. Mama I fi cry and I ask, lad, not my boo. How could you? Full time for we make it prosperity well overdue. No tech with it papa. Sit down in a Benz, take flight in a charter. Now see with beg man, now see with barter. Life on the edge, we no want feel with data. So we touch the road whether rain or salt drop. I will never let those demons shoot. Me not know about you, but one thing about we. Where we come from, for make it go school, I feel live wrong, yeah. Where we come from, you spend time out the road, might not live long, but they won't stop my drive. Put it in a gear for shift them mind. Every ghetto youth want live prime time. So you know me now, make a boy try stop my shine. But yeah, where we come from, for make it go school, I feel live wrong. So we said, where we come from, you spend time out the...
Good evening, America.
Good afternoon, the Bronx.
I don't know. Yo, what's going on, world? Welcome back to another episode of Quality Time TV. If you don't know, now you know. It's your boy DJ Deem, dopest DJ in the Milky Gal. Yep.
Oh,
there we go.
And it's your boy LAUD motherfucking Summer. You'll find this from the Uptown Bronx. Here as usual, every week with your Quality Time TV show. And we got some special motherfucking guests like we always do. Please go ahead and introduce
sound
yourself.
Sound effects.
We are coming live from North Charlotte, North Carolina. But we represent Brooklyn, New York.
You know that Brooklyn everywhere. Brooklyn is everywhere.
We from Brooklyn. The Perfect Balance podcast. Check us out at The Perfect Balance on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
Yeah, this is Santo.
Mm-hmm. Well, please let the people know the names of the hosts of The Perfect Balance.
This is Santo. You can find me on Instagram, Rugged Show.
And
Yazzie-Do.
Okay.
My Instagram is Yazzie-Do.
I guess we're coming up to about 1,500 subscribers. So, tune in. We have that real news before our black people and before our we just for the village. Each one teach one. Iron sharpens iron.
There you go. When I went to elementary school, it was a big ass banner that said it takes a village to raise a child. Of course. I was always like, man, shut up. But then I got older and I realized administrators didn't seem like they cared about the village that much. But
I get it. Everything was F school in school though.
Yeah. Until you get old, then you like, yo, thank God I got a brain, because a lot of you motherfuckers out here headless.
That's a fact. And speaking of brains, let's go ahead and hop into our first topic, because as you know, Instagram likes to cut us off after an hour. Yes, they only give us an hour. Like, that's my stuff, man. So, well, first, everybody that's tuned in, make sure y'all go follow The Perfect Balance. I was trying to tag them in the chat, but I don't know what's going. Wow, who the hell is that? Yo, I just lost my train of thought. What just happened?
You seen some wild shit, didn't you? It had to be some wild. She was busting it over. Somebody was busting it over.
Nah, I'm gonna screenshot and show it to you later.
Turning the Boosie IG in here.
I know, right? Yo, I don't know what that is and who that is, but what's up? Thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in for the topics, but let's go ahead and hop into this first topic. Is college worth it? I don't even really know where to start with this, but yeah, there you go.
I just saw what you saw. Oh my God. Yo, get up out of here, cuz. Like, yo, nah, no. Yo, did everybody on Facebook and everywhere else, thank you for tuning in. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this first one.
Yeah, so I don't really know where to start with this because there's a lot of ways that you can take it. But I think overall, the question was in 2020, is college worth it? Like, we're out here paying thousands and thousands of dollars and spending 4 years or more of our time attending a university. So let's start it off with our guests over at the Perfect Balance. What's your take on this? Do you guys think that college is worth it?
Okay. Well, I believe your degree is how much you think it's worth. So if you feel like your degree is not going to take you anywhere, then first of all, why are you even going? In the first place, if you're trying to like impress your parents or something like that, and you're going to be impressing them with debt afterwards, that's just doesn't make any sense to me. And I think parents need to be a little bit open-minded when it comes to that. But I mean, once again, it's whatever it's worth to you. And if you push your own, you're basically selling yourself. So if you don't have any credentials, anything to show in something that you want to do, then I mean, then it is like, it's not worth it. If I don't know, it's very weird. You go both ways, but people just feel like people feel like Santa feels like people scam themselves into things all the time. But I just feel like you get caught after a while. So what's the point of all that? You know?
Oh, well, college is nothing but a piece of paper. It doesn't really quantify your intelligence. But at the same time, people go to college to get that social, contacts in those groups, and you can be able to enhance yourself. So I believe I believe both ways, really. College is whatever you make it, whatever you put your mind to it. Especially if you want to reach into those STEM fields, into medicine, you definitely need to go to college and go do your 4 years and do your graduate studies. But if you just go into school for something just to hang out, it's not beneficial. It's all about you selling yourself. It's selling who you are and what's your goals and how you're going to accomplish it. Because everything around us, we under these pretense of what is successful, but success is predicated on how you take those studies and produce. Really, it's all about how you're going to produce with that degree.
And I know people think that degrees are just paper, but I mean, you're chasing paper at the end of the day. Everything that means much to these white people out here is paper. Everything, mortgage is a paper, money is paper, your degree is paper, everything is paper, even your records are paper. Like, it's just like everything that really matters to this country is on paper. So I mean, as much as good positive paper you could get, as in degrees, money, whatever the case may be, then go for it.
Keep it a buck. If you going to college just to chill, you better be fucking Van Wilder. You feel what I'm saying? Because you better have the illest connections after you leave, because your ass is gonna be a bum. Right. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, but I agree with everything y'all was saying.
I'll wait. you know, I'm coming in.
Go ahead. Jump in with the devil's advocate, please.
Because all right, I get it. And I am a college graduate. For everybody that is tuning in, I'm a college graduate. So what I'm saying, I can see both sides to it. Right. And I have seen that people who have went to school just to party and hang out and have been successful after graduating by continuing to do that, because that's what they took. That's what they took. Exactly. But we really look at it like there's somebody I want to say, but I'm not going to say his name, but he created a very, very big event organization that they were even doing stuff with the Barclays and Jay-Z and all of that. That's huge. That is very big. And I don't think that would have happened because if he didn't have the connections that he made in college. And that's why I always say college is when we're asking this question, is college worth it? I don't think financially it's worth it. I think the experience is worth it, because you can still go there and come out with a degree and not have anything with it because of. Think about the people that are graduating right now in 2020. while we have this coronavirus going on.
I graduated.
With no jobs. With no jobs out there. Honestly and truly,
crazy.
I always tell people, if you're gonna go to college, unless you're planning to gain like some kind of social interaction skills or widen your circle, get new connections, like you might as well either, what do you call it, commute? Yeah, you might as well commute to school or just go to a trade school or something like that. Because if you're gonna dorm, you better be good at building connections and building relationships with people, because other than that, there's really no point to it. You're just gonna have, like you said, debt that you transfer onto your parents. And it's kind of crazy that people, honestly, I myself, I didn't really think that deep into it. Yeah, I'm a college graduate. I graduated from Mount St. Michael as high school. It's one of the highest ranked high schools in New York. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And when I was there, I wasn't thinking, yo, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. I was just like, yo, this school is giving me mad bread. They giving me scholarships. They giving me grants. I'm going here, not understanding simple shit like the difference between a private and a public college. You know what I'm saying? So I went to that private school. Like, mad bread.
Mad bottles and weed though, man.
Mad bottles. Yo, the amount of parties niggas throw, the amount of weed we smoked, sold, the amount of bottles we had. We have pictures of just bottles lined up across like our dorm room. You feel me? Because every weekend we was wilding. But that's the type of shit. Like, I made a good balance of schoolwork and partying. You feel what I'm saying? Like I did what I had to do, because at the end of the day, wasn't nobody paying for me. Like, this shit was coming out of my pocket eventually. So I got the best out of it. But at the same time, I was fucking wilding.
But to your point on what you said about you were able to balance it, I think that's something you can only experience in college.
Right.
Right now, we can still do that. We know how to go out on a Sunday night, still get wasted, and still make it to work on Monday. Like, we know how to do that.
The crazy shit is, I feel like that helps, because people that had to learn that while in the real world might be in jail right now. You feel? We was ODing in college, but had like a little bit of the consequences. If you got caught, like you say you're not gonna say no names, so I'm not gonna say no names. But if you got caught, like certain niggas from our class that got caught with hella guns and shit sneaking into buildings that were closed. Sorry, guns. Take it back. Swords and knives and shits sneaking into buildings trying to play
are you talking about me?
Oh, no, bro. Yo, this nigga's wildin'. It's somebody else. Nigga, bro, you remember Shafee was closed down? Yeah, you remember Shafee?
I remember what you was talking about that.
Brethren. Niggas stuck in there trying to play manhunt, and one of us went in early to try to hide and get the rest of them while we walked in, and it ended up being security that saw him on camera dressed in all black, mad knives and swords and shit, had niggas run down on him, pull guns out on this nigga, really almost bodied him over a prank, and this nigga got kicked the fuck out of school after that. So it's like, we was wilding. We took a lot of chances, but unless you got caught, like, that shit was lit.
Experience at Benedict, same similar experience. I went to HBCU, so we deal with a lot of stuff. But I mean, as I said before, just to piggyback what you were saying, it's all about time management, really, and really understanding your hustle. Really, we all came here with one common goal, was to get what we need to get out of, regardless of our environment that we came from. We all part of our environment, but we're going to dwell and actually get to where we need to get to.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you a question. Oh, now go ahead. I'll wait.
Well, you go ahead.
I was actually a question with what you said and everything that we've been talking about. Do you think that with your current career choice that you'd be able to do that without going to college?
100%.
Absolutely.
I can't.
Absolutely.
Bro, I work in one of the top 3 hospitals in New York State. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I work for HIM. The amount of people that are in my department that barely graduated high school, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And some of these people are, matter of fact, I shouldn't be saying this. So, well, let me just say, I've heard allegedly some of these people are like managers and like fucking project managers and shit. These niggas have less degrees than me. You feel what I'm saying?
Deem said you. Like, do you
feel like I could? Hell yeah. Honestly and truly, to be honest, like you were saying, just going to college doesn't guarantee that you're smart. You know how many stupid people we graduated with? Come on, let's keep it a buck. Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers that graduate school by the skin of their teeth or the kindness of a professor. So I'm gonna keep it 100. Just because you went to college doesn't really make you more qualified than anyone else, unless you're in like a real specific field, like fucking quantum physics, or you went for dentistry or some shit like that. Like, I'm not gonna go play in somebody's mouth, not at all. You feel me? But if I'm doing some like HIM shit, I don't think I need a degree for that. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could, as being a DJ and an entertainer. I honestly, honestly, to keep it a buck, I don't think I would be a full-time DJ if I didn't go to college. I don't think I would have saw the opportunity of being an entrepreneur unless I was in school. Because for anybody that went to school with me knew I always had some sort of hustle going on, like whether I was managing artists or I was DJing, doing graphics, taking photos, doing something. But I was able to start kind of like building. I've always had the business mindset, but actually having to establish that by myself and make it work is what I got from college. And that's something I like. There's no dollar amount that I could pay for that in the real world. Just saying like, oh, go to a trade school or whatever. No, that's experience. That's what I'm paying for when I went to school. I went to school, once again, like, it's for me, it's just straight up that experience, nothing else.
Right. And the discipline that you built, my nigga. Because let's keep it a buck. The fact that, like you said, we had to wild out on the weekend and wake up for class the next day and still pass, study.
That's 4 straight years. Ain't no 4 straight years of
wilding.
Parents, you know, you making it, you figuring it out. You know, you gotta have a girlfriend, didn't have a girlfriend. It's so much. So you understanding social currency and how to deal with things on one end, it actually transferable to your career. So definitely
100%, bro.
Right. College is where I found out I could stay up for 3 days straight. The consequences stuck, but I was like, oh snap, we can actually do this as human beings.
Like I said, Elon told the truth. Yo, it's mad people on Facebook right now. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all want, hop in the comments. Yanika Copeland, thanks for waving. Wave back, I guess. Hey.
Yeah, hey, what's up? You're
word. Lit. But so do y'all feel like college is worth it? Let's get back to the actual question.
Well, the question was, do we think we could have gotten into the fields that we did if we didn't go to college? You get into?
Well, I went to school for finance, really, but I'm in IT, so I mean that degree kind of like put me out there so I could, you know, be able to utilize any entry level position at the time. So that kind of like gave me that springboarded me into what I wanted to do. So I kind of finessed the paperwork to do what I want to do ultimately. So yeah, yes and no. It's all about your hustle. Really, your hustle it has to be unlimited to get to where you need to go.
Respect.
So
what about you?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, I went to UB and I got my degree in social science, which is a very broad ass degree. Everybody's like, what the fuck is that about? Like,
give the people a brief description.
It's about people. It's about being social. It's the science of being social, and that's what college is about. So I got into that. So luckily, I got that degree because I started out being a marketing director for Sodexo and then also Compass. But that is a predominantly white company. So now I'm in healthcare. I wouldn't have been able to be in healthcare career without my degree. I don't think anybody really can without a degree.
But do you mean simply because you need the certification to say like I did this, or do you feel like with hands-on training or like shadowing somebody you could do the same thing, or do you feel like you actually had to study it in order to do it?
Oh, that's a different question.
With marketing, hell no. You can do we've been doing marketing since we in freshman year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been doing I marketed myself crazy on campus, but like When it comes to healthcare, I had to study that. That's something different. And you have to shadow and study. Like, you just can't get into the field and study about it. You really have to be talking to somebody or watching a session with a client so you can understand how to react to certain things. Because, you know, we from New York, and sometimes we can't hold back our reactions to certain things. So people will be like, "Oh, fuck out of here. I just want to blow up everything." I'm like, whoa, like, you can't.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna head out.
You can't say stop. Like, you gotta use certain words. Like, well, I don't really think you should think that way, and maybe we should move forward to something else. But me, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, you good? Like, it's just like.
So, let me ask you one last question on this. So with what y'all said, what we discussed, say that some kid that's in high school right now, 17-year-old, come up to you and he asks you the question, is college worth it? What would your and the honest answer, what would it be?
What are you passionate about? What do you want to do? How you going to be able to impact your life? You got to figure out your own path. Everybody got their own path. You know, he could be the next Steve Jobs. Not everybody made it to college, so. You know.
It's all about what you do with it. I wouldn't get into anything specific unless you really know you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. Get into a very broad program. Do anything that you want without like going back to school for something else. You know what I mean?
What about you, Lo? We got you still. There you go. Yeah. What about you, bro? What would you tell him?
I tell him, run, nigga, run. If a kid asks me, is it worth it? Like you, because I want to be honest. You feel me?
Right.
And one, you have to take in more than just that's the way they say you're supposed to go factor.
Right.
You also have to take into the fact of artificial intelligence is proliferating now. There's robotics now. A lot of these jobs out here are going to be fucking automated. You feel what I'm saying? So what really are you going for? Like you were saying, what's your passion? Because if your passion is in something that's a dying field, I would tell you, learn the stock market, nigga. Like, because you gonna be hating. What you said, bro?
Or go and do the research. Really,
right?
They have so many statistics out of when the next 20, 40 years, the new jobs is coming. Definitely want to utilize those skill sets, especially in IT. It's ever changing. So I wouldn't just give them more practical, really, reasoning on why they should do what they need to do instead of just signing paperwork to go to any college. You go to a technical school, you go to a 2-year school and get your certificate up, or your specialty up, and then transfer to a 4-year school. Definitely different ways how to do things. And
the good thing about IT, though, too, is a very broad program. Right. So you can do anything with any company. So
learning.
As long as you make money, man. I advise all my black kings out there, just get to the money, man. I don't know anybody else. If you selling weed, bro, just stop. And if you're not doing it right, and just like go follow your passion, man. Just go out and do what you need to do, provide for your family.
Just do it on a bigger scale. Go work.
Right. Whoa. How about we legitimize and then scale up? Right. Don't just do it on a bigger scale, Pablo.
My bad.
You're the best drug dealer you could be, nigga.
I think for me personally, I would talk to the kid and, like I said, figure it out. And my main thing I would tell them is, if you're going for the education, no, it's not worth it. If you're going for the experience and to build a network, which I think is the other most important thing, I think that's probably the most important thing of college. If you're going to build that network, then yeah, go. If that's not the type of person that you are, go on YouTube. I'm sure you can learn whatever it is on there.
I mean, it goes both ways. I feel like, because it depends. Like, let's say we got like a straight street person that goes to college. The education is going to build them up to a different level. So now he's street smart and book smart. You know what I mean? Or if the person is straight book smart and have no social skills, it depends what type of person you are.
Right.
Honestly,
I would have a conversation first, but that's my main. And I have told high school kids this before. Like, make sure you go into the network. Don't just go there, stick your head in the book, and expect to come out and have a job at the end of the day.
Right.
Like, the world don't work like that.
Exactly.
I know anybody is capable of advancing themselves, though, when I look at stuff like the Centoya Brown situation. And just the way, like, if you watch her early interviews compared to by the time she was close to getting out, you can tell the level of enhancement that took place while she was self-educating. So honestly and truly, I would really honestly and truly ask them what they want and then give them a few pathways that I personally know. But I'll tell them, one, don't always just believe the first thing you hear or what someone tells you, and two, make sure you educate yourself daily, read daily, whether it's news articles, download Flipboard, personalize that shit to what you like. Just read constantly and daily. The more you read, the faster your brain will process information, the better you will be. Like, and at the end of the day, one thing I'll always remember from like seventh or sixth, yeah, my teacher told me it's better to know a lot about a little than a little bit. No,
yeah.
A little bit about a lot than a lot about a little. You know what I'm saying? and that's the way, like, I look at life, honestly and truly. Like, I'll be talking to somebody, like, I was in physical therapy a while back from a car accident, and I'm talking to my therapist about Rodrigo Duterte, the president of the Philippines, and he's looking at me like, nigga, what the fuck you know about the Philippines? But we developed that relationship to the point that I'm calling him Pacquiao. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so like that's what I'm saying. It helps you be a worldly person, and you can go into any room and you'll be able to stand your ground and feel comfortable, and you never know what type of relationships you build like that. Like, for real. But there's so many ways to make it and get ahead in this world. I just don't want anyone to feel pigeonholed into the idea that college is the way you have have to go, because it's really not. It's really not.
And you can try foreign, you know.
Word.
500,000, 2,000. You know.
Those days are well gone.
As long as you get into the bag, man. I cannot.
With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into our next topic. Wait, what is happening over here? Are we still live on Instagram?
It's that video paused. We giving out too much real shit. IG trying to block us. We still live everywhere else though. That's weird. Everybody on Facebook, again, thanks for tuning in and sticking with us. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Thank you. But you want to BRB real quick?
I can't. I don't know what just happened.
Live videos. We back.
We back? Okay, I think Instagram really tried to get at us just now. Or maybe it's that whole like thing. Everybody's service is messed up today, man.
Yeah, that's true. In New York, it's messed up. We okay over here.
Oh, man. Y'all lucked out.
IG paused again.
Yeah,
yo, IG, what's up? Like, we try to educate the people, man.
It's real.
Like, we don't want to hear that.
We back.
We back.
Are we?
I don't
know. We all.
It don't look like we in the orange box right now. What is going on?
Yeah. So you trying to I'm out to BRB. Be right back.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to everybody on Facebook. I can see a few of y'all. Tyandra, Gio, Otis, thanks for tuning in. The rest of y'all, appreciate you. I wish they just listed everyone, but
yo, I think I'm just gonna stop it.
We back.
We back. That was wait, can they see us?
Can they see us?
Hold on.
Wait
No,
a
not
minute.
yet.
What is going on,
Oh,
yo?
why is it saying your connection was lost?
That's what I'm trying to figure. I'm putting BRB back up.
All
That's
right.
weird. All right, guys. So it looks like Instagram was disagreeing with our statements. That guy Mark Zuckerberg, whatever the hell, you know.
Oh, wait, we back on.
Yeah, we back. Now.
I didn't say that. No, I did say that. Fucking Mark.
Don't worry, I'm gonna meet him one day. Me and him are gonna have a very nice conversation about things.
He's a Trump supporter. Fuck him.
Wow.
He's trying to censor all the truth tellers and all that. You can't censor information.
He trying to censor the wrong people, but he won't fucking slap a manipulated media on Trump.
Right.
You want to censor real niggas? Fuck out of here. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg, man. And he a bitch ass nigga anyway. Cause look at the way he started Facebook. You could tell he a snake, little.
Man, tell us how you really feel.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. I ain't hate you, bro. I just OD.
I was waiting. I didn't know if anybody else had any more venting to do.
I gotta stop doing that shit on.
So with that being said, our next topic is distractions from the Black Lives Matter movement. Lamar, you look like you got a lot on your chest. You want to take the lead for this?
Nah, I like Mark Zuckerberg. Not sure. Distractions from the BLM. So, do y'all feel like let me ask this question. Do y'all feel like we're reopening too fast?
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe so. According to their reports, they were saying that this is a pandemic of the century. We're not gonna be opening for 6 months or a year. And it's only been like 7 weeks, 8 weeks. So it's just like it's all propaganda to me, to be honest. And I feel like they resetting and restoring what's the priority for the system to advance itself, because it's a beast. The system is a beast, and we so happen to be at the low end of it.
That's right. What about you,
Yazzie? She like you look like you looking for the political answer.
Like, I don't know. Yes and no. I mean, I believe in survival of the fittest. So fuck it.
Oh my God.
It is wild. So
hold on. Quality time does not agree with these methods. Honestly, not laugh. Only reason why I wouldn't say that is because there's a lot of people out here that have been affected by this, and some of them were more fit than a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And they still were affected very negatively about it. This nigga is a gym head motherfucker, and he has asthma. So if he got it, you feel what I'm saying? His fit ass.
I don't even want to hear the word gym. I haven't been in so long.
I say that right now because I mean, due to what's going on right now, I believe there is a revolution about to happen very soon. So I'm not saying to kill off the sick people. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? They're not going to be too much of a help you in the street, in the battle. Maybe they could be the mind and plan and help us organize, whatever the case may be.
Yo,
I'm trying to hide behind the fucking mic.
Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Coronavirus is a glitch in the matrix.
Ooh, get her.
No. To all jokes aside, though, I don't think we're opening it up too early. I think what the issue is, my issue is, I really don't give a fuck about COVID-19. I'm not saying that I don't care about the effects that it had on people and their families, and it affected mine as well. But I think these things does happen every century or so. It is natural. Death also happens, and there's a lot of fake shit happening behind it. They're saying that people are dying from this virus, and they're not really dying from it, from this food.
I can attest. Well, not on the food part. I can attest that some of the number. Y'all can get me fired. Sorry, forget what I'm saying.
Look. I don't think that we're opening up too quickly for financial reasons. As being a person that is a business owner, I haven't worked in 3 months because of this. I want everything open as soon as possible, so I can only imagine what these other businesses are going through, and that's the reason why our economy we're in a recession right now because of this. You know, and this is something we haven't seen since like 2008, 2009. So on that sense, are we opening up too quickly? No. But in the terms of health, I think we are, because at the end of the day, it is natural selection because people are stupid. Look what happened on Memorial Day weekend out in Florida, and now look at the numbers in Florida, and they're spiking back up. But the fucked up part about all of it is the people some people that are getting sick don't even want to get sick. We're talking about the people that have to still go out and work because they can't afford to just stay at home, or they're not getting unemployment. I applied for unemployment 3 months ago and have not seen a check from the government yet. There's people out there that didn't have savings before this that can't do what I did. So now those are the ones getting sick. Your grandma that got to go to the supermarket because she got nobody to bring her food, she's the one getting sick, and she's the one that's dying. So people are being selfish, and that's the reason this whole shit got to where it got to, because people were selfish. They said New York City is shut down. That weekend, niggas in Brooklyn threw a block party. Bruh.
I mean, it's being selfish beforehand, before all of that, before the shutdown. Like, niggas couldn't wash your hands for me. Like,
real shit. It showed how dirty motherfuckers are.
On top of that, you know, the government, they have their part within the whole agenda. Especially having the hospitals, having the vaccines that's supposed to cure the COVID, actually having the COVID too. So you having multiple reports saying that, you know, that a lot of hospitals are empty and they administrating the vaccine on the low, and it's been purchased by Mark Zuckerberg and the elites, and they trying to kill off people from natural selection and depopulation. So it's a lot of things that's going on, but definitely a lot of people had to take precaution of how they move around these type of events. You know, it's just like the Spanish flu, the same thing. So it's all biomedical warfare, really. It's a spiritual warfare within our people. So we just have to know how to choose our battles on each front. We just gotta. It comes with the territory right now, man. That's really what's going on.
That's what I've been saying. And then Lamar want to hide behind the mic. That's what I've been saying. Stay the fuck home.
Nah, you pulled a Kanye. You pulled a Kanye just now. You just hit us with the George Bush don't like black people. I was like, nah, I'm gonna walk away now. But in terms of like the overall topic of distractions from Black Lives Matters movement, that LAUD was saying earlier, and I kind of get what he's saying, but I think all of this was almost like the perfect storm, because we were inside for so long. I think when everything happened, when it did, with the openings, there were so many like little things for this recipe to make it just blow up to, I think, the biggest place we've ever been in this movement. And I don't think we can go back down from here. Like, we've had companies, like big ass companies, literally putting statements out. Granted, it's nothing, but they're losing money doing that at the same time. We got to remember that. Sony done put out a whole statement with Call of Duty or whatever, saying like, yo, like, we're supporting that. You know how many racist people is playing Call of Duty?
I hear you, but honestly and truly, do you think there's a majority of those people in the world, or there's a majority of just sane people? I'm not even saying I'm not even saying like they're fucking benevolent, like they're the greatest people on earth, but just there's a difference between like a white supremacist, like fuck every other race, you guys should be dead, it should be pure, and a motherfucker that has some stereotype or some prejudices. You feel what I'm saying? Like we all will say some wild shit, like Jamaicans, nigga.
That's what I was just about to say. We all got some sort of stereotype joke.
You feel me? Like we.
I don't think there's a difference, to be honest. There's no difference between a supremacist and then a person that just have prejudice views. Like, because they're going to, especially if they're white, they're going to use that, their whiteness, to get whatever they need to do, like whatever they need. So, or have. So, it's no difference. They just
hold on. Let me explain what I mean by why I say there's a difference.
Yeah,
there's a difference between someone in the KKK burning the cross on your lawn, waiting till you come out like what's going on, and then shooting you in the back of your head because you're black, and a motherfucker that's like, that's some watermelon. I bet you a nigga would love to eat that. Right?
I was gonna go with another stereotype. Like I'm not gonna walk outside at 3 a.m. in Brownsville. That's technically a stereotype.
But you see, like, it's a difference. Yeah, that's still, both of those are stereotypes or prejudices. Like, you feel like black people are less than because of their skin, and you feel like Brownsville is dangerous.
It is though.
Still, I'm from Brownsville.
Okay, so am I lying? I'm
here, so I'm.
But that's a stereotype. That's
a stereotype. And there's difference, but all right, maybe I should say there's difference between extremists and people with prejudices. You feel what I'm saying?
But I don't see the difference, because those same people that were extremists under those sheets are those people that are actually showing you those prejudice in your face. So you don't even know who the fuck these people are. So there's no difference to me. Everybody can get it.
Right.
I don't know about in 2020, because right now the KKK ain't wearing no mask.
Right. And me personally, I just know like the world isn't black and white, and I don't like really painting with broad brushstrokes as much as I can. You feel me? Everybody generalizes shit like, yo, Asian people can't drive or some stupid shit.
No. But I'm not saying that all white people are racist, but if a white person shows me a prejudiced side or a racist side, they're a supremacist to me, because at the end of the day, they are wearing masks. You know, those people behind the commissioners, the chairmen of NBA, NFL, you don't know their faces, but you can walk past them every single day. You don't know who the fuck they are. Right. You feel me? So they wearing masks. They wearing sheets over their heads. We just.
But I don't look at anyone like, if you live in the United States of America, you are racist. You feel what I'm saying? This is the most racist country on earth. There's no way anyone that's born and raised here has not been affected by it in some way. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I trust, even when it comes to black people and some Willie Lynch type shit with dark skin versus light skin. You feel what I'm saying?
That's colorism.
But people attach racist ideologies to those colors. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even thinking a darker skinned person should get less than from a resource perspective than a lighter skinned one. You feel?
And I think those are white supremacist views on themselves, because that's self-hate, and you've been taught that. You taught that from somebody else outside of your culture, so that's something foreign. So those people, they not for your people. Anybody that's not for your people or for the love of your people, they the enemy.
They're not the people.
Simple to me, they're the enemy.
If you against it, I'm not saying against. I'm saying having a prejudice and being anti-black, two different things. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I wanted to.
I don't see them. I see them one and the same at the same time, because at the end of the day, you have to pick a side. We are oppressed by a reason, so therefore we have an enemy.
But I think
black people have many enemies because we often pick sides against other people of other cultures. We might not call ourselves out on it, and other people might not call us out because we're the ones that get the most of the shit. But don't Do not sit here and tell me you don't have some prejudices against other cultures.
No,
there's no way in hell.
I mean,
all right, hold on. Let me hop in here. Just to cut. I just want to hop in here, just to, like low key ground us a little bit, because I think what we're getting at is when we're saying stereotypes. Sometimes, some stereotypes we're saying and we're not noticing that it is a stereotype at the same time. For example, the example earlier was when somebody says, "Oh, watermelon." See, a white person who has probably never been around a black crowd, if he has a black friend coming to the barbecue, he probably thinks he's doing a good thing. That's a prejudice at the end of the day. He's assuming, and it's the same thing for us. Like if we said, like you said, Asians can't drive, it might be something that we've heard over and over again, but we've never experienced it before. So sometimes it's miseducation that we're not getting. And if a white dude did that at a barbecue I go to, I'll pull him to the side and be like, yo, Benny, listen, I see what you did here. But like it can be offensive, and I'm just giving you the heads up. He might just be trying to be cool, and that's something I feel like every human being does to fit in. Like the reason why some people say we have a white voice or a corporate voice. A corporate voice in this sense would be racist. I should be able to come through and be like, "Yo, what up, my nigga?" to my manager. If that's the case.
That's why I don't think
like, yo, what up? What up?
That's Ebonics. That's my language.
I mean, that's my own mother, so I wouldn't even do that to anybody else. I mean, I'm personally, I'm kind of like this all the way around. I mean, I don't talk to my clients like this, of course, like, but because they're on a different level mentally than we are, so I wouldn't even talk to them in that level. But I mean, so I don't know, supremacists and prejudice.
It's all about your intent, really. We all human beings.
And stereotypes are two different too. Like, I mean, three different things: supremacists, being
when you prejudge somebody before knowing them, that's having a prejudice. So you thinking like, if you go to Brownsville, you're gonna die because black people live there. That's a prejudice that you're prejudging it. A stereotype is just something associated with a group of people that isn't necessarily true. Like,
but then that's being racist too, because you're saying you're gonna be killed by black people, so specifically black people. So that's
the people who are the majority of the population in that area. It doesn't have to be black. I'm just saying black people for this example.
And then
you could go to Brownsville, and Brownsville could be Candyland at the same time. Facts. Like, it's all about the education of it. If we don't know what it is, then as human beings, we are going to have people that. My bad. Go ahead, bro. My bad. Yo, he got his hand up like a spoon. He's like, pick me.
Double dutching.
I feel like a lot of people, they let the system, the society that we live in, indoctrinate them about how they feel towards other people when they haven't been taught that as within their community from their parents. So when they got in the world, a lot of white people, they know right from wrong, but they choose a side which benefits them. So that's all about survival. So I feel like our people, we need to step away from the system and create our own system, so we don't have to be judged from preconceived stereotypes from other stuff.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about stereotypes. I think that shit is funny. I laugh at it. If my friend came with a watermelon, I would have been cracking up. Like,
but they would have looked at you. They would have looked at you like, "Why are you laughing? What is funny?"
They really don't fucking know. And so, I mean, I do it all the time. I have one of my best friends is white woman, and we talk shit about each other all the time. Like, oh, you want to be talking like that if I had chicken around? Like, you know what I mean? Like, well,
damn, you just hit us with you got white friends.
I got friends that are white.
I don't really have white friends.
They know the real.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. We seriously need to build our own institutions, though. I wholeheartedly agree with you.
But last week we talked about that, and we can say that that's also racist at the same time.
And in that aspect, hold on. Remember, in that aspect, I said maybe segregation isn't all that bad because Tulsa, Black Wall Street, that was segregation, and look how we fucking prospered. Like, we just need to build up all the facilities to be able to defend what we build. We didn't have, we don't own the cops, we don't own congressmen, we don't own any of that shit to actually protect ourselves. I bet you if we did during the Tulsa shit, that couldn't have happened because they would have had the military there for them, not bombing them. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
you trying to build the land from Avatar?
Bro, I'm trying to build, like T.I. said, Wakanda,
nigga. You trying to have the fire tribe, the water tribe?
Yo, honestly, maybe that's... Yo, as long as we all believe in one common goal, which is our country needs to be the best, I don't give a fuck if it's all black people on one side, all white people. If we can't interact with each other, my nigga, that's just reality. I get everybody wants to be in a melting pot. We gotta blend, but bro,
you're right. You're right. Because now I'm noticing since I said that, if you ever notice in all the animes, it's not until another tribe go into the next tribe that shit start going wrong. It'd be like they all live peacefully for 10,000 years.
Until these motherfuckers started line stepping. Real shit.
Yo, what are we at on time, by the way? Oh, we got like 8 minutes.
Yeah, we probably ran it up.
All right. So speaking about Black Lives Matters and things of that nature, let's go ahead and hop into our last topic while we still got some time. Lord, you want to take this one?
All right. Keep it a hundo. Have y'all heard about the whole controversy with Kyrie Irving and the league and calling for it to not open back up yet?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
Right. So you understand that LeBron and like Austin Rivers and them on the other side saying we should open back up because the players should get paid, and the amount of money that they would be getting paid would better suit them in the fight for social justice and Black Lives Matters than if they weren't making money and didn't have the resources available to themselves. So which side do you guys think is right, or, well, not necessarily wrong? I feel like both of them are benevolent in nature. You feel me? They don't want good. So which one do you think is more right, I guess?
I don't think it's right or wrong. It's all about your intent. Like, that intent is going to signify everything we talked about. It's all about your intent about how you're going to do for your people. I understand Kyrie, he wants to, rebel against the system and kind of step away from and not be a distraction to what's going on, Black Lives Matter and progressing that. And I understand from LeBron James' point of view, actually, like, we should need to go back to work and go utilize the NBA for our needs and kind of like colonize that and use the players to, like, at least get majority of the players to own the NBA, and then they could do good for the community. So I can see it both ways, all about the intent, and everybody need to be on one accord, really have one agenda, because both ways can work.
I mean, I agree with Santo. I agree with both of them. It just depends on how they implement it, because let's say if Kyrie does this and he doesn't go back to the NBA, it's not going to work, because honestly, let's just be real. Like, Kyrie's not the one-on be-all for the NBA.
Exactly.
So
he just got injured bad. So,
facts. So
I love Kyrie too.
So
sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. So he should get other people on board who are like the number one top players, or even just everybody, so they won't be a part of the NBA, and the NBA just lose money and people got to actually realize how much Black lives really matter. Or like with LeBron, I mean, let's be real, 74% of the NBA are Black players, and then 74% of the people that buy tickets are white people. Let's just take their money and bring it back to the communities.
Another two things people have to take into consideration is Kyrie was due to make $33 million. A lot of these motherfuckers aren't making millions of dollars, so they don't even have the resources at their disposal to be like, yes, let me not play, because they already got used to a certain lifestyle. You're in the NBA, you feel me? So you have to keep up with that, or your family's not eating. And on top of that, they also have to, it's crazy. They really need to get on the same page, because the collective bargaining agreement that they signed with the league, the Players Association and the league, will be, I believe, nullified if the season doesn't continue. You feel what I'm saying? So if they're able to nullify the collective bargaining agreement, then they could do another lockout, freeze the whole league, and then they'll have to renegotiate with players. And guess who's not going to benefit from the renegotiation? The players. Because at the same time as them, they want to reopen, it's not just about the players getting paid. It's the fact that fans aren't even coming to the stadium. So the league isn't making as much money as it used to. So they're going to try to use that to their benefit and then renegotiate with the players and give them even less money because now we're not making as much money. And it's not like those agreements, once Corona's gone, it's going to be gone. Like those shits are usually in effect for a couple of years. So imagine you taking a pay cut on top of not being able to work and then have to go back and work for less for like however many years until you could renegotiate. Like all those factors are at play right here. And that's why, to be honest, they need to be on the same page, Kyrie and LeBron, especially being the voices that they are within the league. Like if they're not unified, then imagine fucking Tabo Cephalosha. Is Cephalosha even in the league still? But
I think
you feel me? Right. But imagine like any player that's not really getting bread like that. Like, so to me, I feel like they need to find a good mix of the two. And if all it takes is basketball to remove people's interest in Black Lives Matter and social justice and reforming the police or abolishing that shit, if you can't really reform it, which you really can't, it's corrupt at its core. So if all it takes is basketball to distract from that, then people are fucked anyway, because anything could have had once they could have to stop the protest, they could have just been like, all right, reopen the country. And that
that's what I'm saying. Like
they low-key did.
The distraction is people have to go back to work, because I feel like Kadeem was saying earlier, this all happened at a really good time, which it sounds bad because a lot of people died from it. But if this never happened, the people that who are marching now wouldn't even have the time to do what they want to do when it comes to marching and protesting and rioting, because they will be at work. So I know that's how it is for me. I got furloughed personally for my first job, and I'm kind of happy that I was furloughed, because it's just like, you know, if I never was furloughed, I would never be able to actually protest for something I really deeply believe in that I've been doing since I was in college. So like,
yeah, I agree, man. Like if it takes the NBA to get you distracted from what's going on, then we got bigger problems, bro. Because like, like I know we about to get cut off, so I'm gonna make it quick. But I feel like my point of view is we need to take the attention away as being players and who they are and how much power they hold. I think they need to take that power and move it elsewhere. You could do stuff on social media that I'm sure is still within their guidelines of the NBA, because I'm sure that they can't just go form their other league right now if they wanted to. But I'm sure that there's something that they can hire a lawyer to still be able to make money from it, because there's a lot of people making bread from this, everything that's going on right now, and still be able to spread awareness on their own terms. So I think that, you know, that's my take on that.
Respect.
And that's it.
But before we get cut off, please let the people know again where they can find you, what you got coming up, and just any other information you want to tell them.
We got new episodes coming from the Perfect Balance podcast. You can find me on IG, rugged_soul, rugged soul.
Our IG is at The Perfect Balance. On our Facebook is The Perfect Balance. Our Twitter is The Perfect Bal. My name is Gazzy Doe. That's my name on everything. We just easy to find. We're gonna have a new episode coming up on Thursday, so check that out.
YAZI.
We raw.
We fly people and we bringing the truth.
Respect. Yo, thank y'all so much for coming on and spending this short ass hour with us. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate it.
Likewise.
Yeah, thank you for coming on and spending some quality time with us.
Definitely got to have you come back again, though. This was really great.
When y'all die down with that COVID out there, because
nah, we going back up. What's up? We going back up.
Open up, y'all definitely gotta pull up for the in-person.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Give us the date.
Got you, definitely.
Let's make it happen.
Well, that being said, this has been another episode of the Quality Time TV Show. It's your boy LAUD, some of the Bronx's finest, here with you every week as usual. And sir.
And my name is DJ Deem. I'm just the dopest DJ in the Milky Way galaxy. Peace out, y'all.
Credits.